A wild Jesus appears out of nowhere. Drew is about ready to FOMO into Avalanche as prices retrace and Solana falls below $40, and the Fed Reserve admits to you when they're ready to throw in the towel and put risk assets back on the menu. All this and more in today's blockchain basement.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this? I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're gonna get back below there, but if we do, that's kind of where we
Welcome one, welcome all to the blockchain basement. I am Drew, bringing you the truth. It's a Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How you guys doing? We got Hannah up in the sticks. You know, it's almost the end of the week. How you feeling, Hannah?
In the sticks with it.
You're in the sticks with it?
Ready to go.
Okay. That sounds like a guerrilla warfare term. Adam, you're wearing camo. Are you going hunting?
No, you know me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay.
He's a Trinity King.
I'm here.
Yeah. Well,
Someone
I
sitting.
out here.
Adam's
I
next to
saw
me.
a beanie moving around on the television, so I knew
I'm out
that
here.
there's.
I got my goldfish.
Yeah.
I got my warm jacket on.
Okay.
Let's do
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
I'm engaged.
You know what, Aaron? How you doing? Are we gonna finally hang out this weekend? We gotta hang out. I'm
maybe.
demanding.
I don't know.
Oh no, you have all that work going on.
Don't do it.
I
to
can't live
him.
at I'm going around houses, living at the parents' house, fiance's parents' house. I have no power. The power company cut all the power from my house because the meter was all burnt up and it was a fire hazard. So, loving life, the money I'm investing in my house, I wish I could be investing in crypto, but too bad.
Oh,
I know. It hurts.
That's
Well,
facts, C90.
I understand
Sick
it.
beats.
I understand it, man. My house, it wasn't grounded at all. I had to basically rip out the entire electrical system and put in everything from scratch. So I understand the struggle. That's why we're in crypto, to better our lives, have that money, having to come out of the crypto markets when there's such juicy buying times right now. I understand the pain. Just bought a she shed that got delivered yesterday. So we're getting it set up. Thank you everyone for joining us. Meaningless Nicole Minus, DC Does Crypto JB, Shake and Bake, Deb, What Up, Crypto Chef, DOD Slave, all the fantastic people here. But yes, I had a solidification of a long-term theory about what to expect in June of 2024. I will be getting to my overall thesis after we run through most of the stories. There's quite a bit of stories to actually get through today. But, we have Tim. You got the shot of Tim set up. Is he going to be blocked by the cord? Let's see how it looks. There he is.
I'm going to have to move the mic over. Do I move the mic over now?
Yeah, throw him the mic.
All right.
Throw him the mic.
He looks good, though.
Production value here is incredible.
Yeah,
Here you go, Tim.
Well, he's so thick. He doesn't have, he's got to be on his own table. So, yeah, he's got them thick thighs.
That angle is actually gorgeous.
Yeah,
What's up, everybody? You guys can hear me now?
Yes.
Art.
How we feeling?
Now I'm feeling terrible, Tim, because the markets are going down and I need to see how much further they're going down because I'm selfishly wanting juicy entry points to duplicate, triplicate, quadruplicate my entry points. What do we got?
Listen, here's the thing. We are slightly down, but not so far down that it's a problem. If you go to my screen here, Owen. Owen. All right, so here's the thing. When I did TA this morning over on Discover Crypto, I talked about a level that if we lost would be problematic. That level was sitting right here about 34,200. Now we got close.
Yeah.
We went down here to about 34.3. But that's why you don't count the chickens before they hatched. We did bounce back up. And what I kind of like here, Drew, we're going to keep ourselves in a bullish level right here.
Okay.
Look at where all of the where the candle bodies close. Wicks are important. I'm not saying they're not, but a lot of times what candle bodies do when they close tells you a lot. Here in the hourly chart, I mentioned this in the show as well. This is the beginning of a bull pennant. Let me zoom out here just a second. A bull pennant, very, very bullish. In fact, a bull pennant would send us, if this plays out the way it could, would send us all the way up above $42,000. I got to zoom out to show you guys that. But a boom, little higher than that, up to the 0.5 level of Fibonacci. The problem, though, that I talked about this morning, I said if we lose that 34.2, we could potentially cancel out this bull pennant, kind of begin the confirmation of a Bart Simpson's pattern, which is very much still in play. And, we got to continue to wait. But for anyone holding out hope that we are going to play out this bull pennant, finding support on the resistance of the triangle, the pennant, this red line, that keeps us in the game for that move to 42,000 on the charts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm really not expecting really a breakdown here. I'm thinking, maybe 5%, maybe 10%, a little bit of just a heartbeat down, a quick calm before the next punch up.
Yeah.
I do the trend feels very bullish right now. We were talking before the show this morning about just it's really hard to short into an uptrend like we have right now. Yeah, and there's a couple other things that I'm seeing coming down the road, basically in a year from now, that I think are just going to catch so many people off guard. So I'm really excited. I'm overly excited. And just to highlight what I'm looking at on my to get list here, Solana has come back down by about just under 10%. It's at $39.78. So that one's looking pretty juicy to go after over the next few hours. And then I also was seeing, I like to organize this on my targets separate and then organize it by biggest losers. Thorchain coming back down by about 5%. So feeling kind of an itchy trigger finger there, but there's a lot of news going on right now and a lot of things going on in the world. The first thing I wanted to cover is this. It is coming. Hezbollah is releasing its final teaser before tomorrow's highly anticipated speech. And Hezbollah, if those that don't know, this is the large escalation for what's going on across the Middle East.
Yeah, Hezbollah.
Yeah,
It's Hezbollah.
Hezbollah.
That guy's got a teaser.
And then
Not the same.
to compound my assuredness on this, the U.S. Marine Corps Central Command did confirm that the 248th ball has now been canceled due to unforeseen operational commitments arising from the situation in Israel. So you can take
never
that
want
to
to
the
miss
bank.
the dance.
Yeah, you'd never want to miss the dance. Yeah. And something else that was very telling last week was they were serving steak and lobster to our naval crews. And, for those who don't know, that's definitely a signal that you're going to be going through some shit real soon. So I wish and pray them safe returns. Hopefully calmer heads prevail, but that's not how history has gone necessarily. I'm watching that stuff pretty closely, but on the Bidenomics side, things are going great. Check it out. Here's the Atlanta Fed GDP estimate of our GDP, and this is how Bidenomics is working out for us. Quite a violent drop there. GDP is crashing. Treasury bonds are screaming upwards because the U.S. is trying to find lucky buyers of useless debt. But here's the year-over-year change in the money to supply for major central banks to the comparison of the change in Bitcoin price. Tells us how this could be the beginning of the next bull cycle. I think that's pretty obvious, but I like these overall graphs to show us the ebbs and flows of money and how it goes. It goes all the way back to 2015. You have the M2 on top and the Bitcoin price. Year over year, Bitcoin definitely does spike when the money to spikes. It's on its way back up. There's a couple things that are playing into why money M2 markets are boiling right now. And that, this one, I'm going to wait on that one. We're going to get in trouble for this one. This one, I don't want to do. Pull me down. I want to get to this Bank of Japan thing. I think Johnny kind of got things a little backwards here because the Bank of Japan has now openly discussed basically turning on quantitative easing once again. Let's see where it is here. Yeah, here we go. So Japan just approved $110 billion stimulus package to fight its inflation problem. Cabinet of Japan approved on Thursday a package of economic measures worth about 17 trillion yen or $112 billion, including tax cuts, as the PM Fumio Kishida grapples with the persistent inflation and failing approval ratings. Income tax will be cut by 30,000 yen and resident tax by 10,000 yen per person for one time low income. And they're going to probably have to keep this going. They say one time. Every time we hear that, we know it's going to be ongoing. So don't lie to me. Low income households already exempt from the latter will receive 70,000 yen. So what I'm seeing here is the Bank of Japan is having to tap out first as far as it goes with quantitative tightening, for trying to act like money was expensive and that they could keep these high interest rates going for a long time. They're kind of out of gas. And Japan is my canary in the coal mine when it comes to world markets and getting a heads up on what's actually expected to come in the United States and thus Europe. Currently, Europe is still trying to act like they can hold the interest rates high, but there's a reason why Japan is having to secede. It's really more of this prime minister wanting to get his approval rating up. He has a catastrophic 33% approval rating right now. And, he put these into implementation to basically make the mainstream public feel better about potentially electing him. That's what they always do.
Yeah.
Pull the levers, see what they can change up in the public square to make themselves look more appealing. So we have all these things going on. I wanted to talk about what my overall thesis is, just first to give a good scope here. So where did I put it? I have so many things open. I gotta stop. I have like 100 things. So this is the thread. This is, in my opinion, going to be the biggest bull run in history. And here's why. Is the Fed is going to be forced to pivot regardless of where inflation will be in June of next year. And they admitted this here on, I'll go to my my recent post here, because I actually reposted a Fed governor's comments about what to expect next year. And this is information from yesterday that got largely overlooked, in my opinion. This is a statement from Wu Blockchain today. The U.S. released FOMC results that kept interest rates unchanged. There's an 80% chance that the CME's next FOMC in December will keep interest rates the same. Data expected that the interest rate hike cycle may be nearing its end, and there will be an interest rate cut before June of next year. I think it'll be right at about June. I've seen a few governors come out and talking about June, and there's some confluence with Japan's plans to actually do their quantitative easing coming in right at that same June timeframe. It's just all lining up too damn perfect. So I think that's really what's going on here.
Almost like there's a forum that the world gets together and talks about this kind of stuff.
It is. It's almost like they operate as one system. And that's a good segue for Moderna. God bless you.
Look at that.
Look at that. So Moderna, I'm dancing on their grave a little bit today because their stock fell 12% pre-market. But this does signal the potential that they're going to try to boost those numbers up by creating a bunch of new patients, right? So always keep an eye out on that. Fun
create
stuff.
New patients.
Yes, we got to create some new patients. That's how you stay in business. You know what I mean? Coinbase opens up crypto futures trading to U.S. investors. But the thing about it is you got to be an accredited investor. As of now, this is a step in the right direction, I would say, but you do have to be accredited to get access to this. Comes after the company gained clearance in August to operate as a futures commission merchant from the National Futures Association. U.S. traders must use the trading platform Coinbase Advanced to access these contracts, and they also have to have a spot account with the exchange. Global derivatives market represents roughly around 75% of global crypto trading volume. So that is a good chunk of where all the volume and action is at. But it is a step in the right direction. But this, I'll give a shout out to Link2 in our description. Click the link. They give you access to investments in Chainalysis or companies like Ripple, crypto-focused companies that are on the traditional markets, and you don't have to be an accredited investor to get access to such a thing. So instead of 100K as a minimum, you go in with 5K as your minimum investment. Just a good way to get around, it just feels like they keep the middle class down with those rules, man. I really do. I really feel that way. It's like the system is designed to be against them. So always try to find ways around the garters of gains. Garters of gains. The SEC also coming out still feisty. Coming out against PayPal in a subpoena relating to the firm's stablecoin. We have highlighted many a time that stablecoin regulation is going to be the hard-sided focus first, and then you'll look at the hard-sided attempts against DeFi and things after that. For all the people that see, I want to just say this, and I understand there's always articles or statements from political pundits saying that they're going to stop DeFi, but that's a hell of a task to take on, and you have to have a lot of backing, a lot of money, a lot of people behind it in high positions of power to make it happen. DeFi is like a cat running through an open prairie. So the first focus, in my opinion, for governments and world leaders is going to be stablecoins.
It's like dancing in the town of Footloose.
It is. Yeah. It really is.
You can't stop it.
Yeah.
The kids come out at night.
It is, man. And, like DeFi, that's the beauty in it, though. Like, that's where actual democracy can happen. You know what I mean? If it's decentralized enough to stay a moving target. So I don't see any surprise that they're coming after PayPal for the stablecoin side. But I really feel so I watched the last market, gaming tokens. There was a couple random gaming tokens that I was watching, and I didn't get in because they were very speculative. And obviously keep in mind with every gaming token or metaverse play, they are all pretty much highly speculative. Your best bet or of like a long-standing project is probably Gala, or other projects in that realm. But this is a post from a fella I follow on Twitters. I believe he watches the show. I'm not sure. Crypto K. He's currently holding Floki, Quack, VRA, GMT, and Atlas. Basically just his overscope of metaverse plays. Floki, man. It's not dying. It just will not die. Look at this. So this is the gaming and metaverse projects by Social Activity. Please do keep in mind, you can game this if you buy bot farms and stuff like that. I've seen a bunch of companies buy bot farms. So keep that in mind. But, we got Floki staying very, very up at the front of the pack. Quack. Never heard of Quack. What is Quack? I'm going to go find out what Quack is now that I've seen this. I don't know. I
never understood the link between, like, the people keep trying to run the link between crypto and like gaming stuff. And I just like, as somebody in a lot of like gaming communities, I just don't see the crossover.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen it to slight degrees though, because these are small plays. That's what the thing about it is.
It's time. Time is the one factor. I think that like right now, like people that are into gaming do not like it. People that are into crypto are like speculating, just trying to make money. They don't actually really like care. Most of them, I would say, like they don't want to play these games necessarily. But I think it makes sense. Like I just remember being a kid, there's a lot of people that are like at home playing games, and I remember being a kid, there's a lot of people in the world, they don't have a lot of options for like going out and spending money. A lot of parents are like single parents and have kids that are at home, sitting at home. They build online identities I
get it, especially in like a Web3 standpoint.
I think time will tell, like just as games develop more and as crypto develops more and blockchain technology and like smart
I've said
contracts.
it before and I'll say it again. I really can't see that taking over until they make like an actual good, like high quality game, like AAA at least.
I'm not a gamer, so I can't speak with any authority here, but the people that I have spoken to who know a lot about this, the play isn't going to be blockchain based games. It's going to be regular games made by regular people that then use tokens in the crypto community to play to earn.
So they gotta make a good game then.
One of the guys that I follow that's like, again, he's an expert on this, Crypto Archie. There's a couple he has that he's really big on. If you go to my screen, you guys can go follow him as well. But Hello, he's talked about this one a lot. Hello, Caspa's not a gaming token, but GFAL, I don't know what these all are, but look at the tickers. Miria, I just saw someone put in here, Web3Me. Miria and PZP. He's very big on Miria and PZP. GFAL as well. And these games are not blockchain games. These are tokens that are being heavily utilized by normal gaming. and then you just play to earn. And I had a conversation with him a couple weeks ago where he literally said, hey, you're not in a place right now where blockchain technology is making the top end games, but tokenization into normal games is going to be a massive wave in this next bull market. And that list that he just had right there is the ones he's really big on.
Well, these are plays that I look very degen-y. You know, they're high risk, they're high reward. Like I barely even put like $10 into some South Korean game. I can't even remember the name of it. And it did like a 15x very quickly last market. So, but that wasn't until the market was really pumping up. So what's that? I have no idea. I have to look at all of these things.
Isn't Cornucopias on Cardano, if I remember correctly? And you had like bubble vehicles or something?
I've never played
so
it. No, I don't know where Cornucopias is.
MMORPG.
I'll tell you what I think went wrong with Gala is they should have just stuck with the gaming. They went too far out with like videos or movies or whatever and music, all stuff. They should have just stuck with the games.
Let's manhandle. That is making me so uncomfortable looking at you.
Oh, I feel like Tim's going to say something else, so I'm just going to deal with it right now.
He is.
He's got something.
He is. He's going to be like, hold on, guys. Don't be having too much fun
on
yet.
NATO. Okay, that's what I thought.
He's the bucket of cold water I needed, though. I was feeling too damn bullish. And he was the bucket of cold water. But, you know, my overall just hyper bullishness comes from the fact that even if we don't get any of this amazing stuff in the spot ETF or oil and gas industry as a confluence for Bitcoin and the larger crypto markets, I still feel very strong that crypto will reach a $5 trillion market cap, Bitcoin coming in at 1.75 trill, and Ethereum coming in at $800-900 billion. I mean, that's the baseline. The baseline bearish situation still leaves room for the number 3 and number 4 and number 5 tokens to reach that 200, 300 bill, 500 bill market cap.
My thing is before the ETFs were a big thing, I think a realistic expectation, because we knew that there was going to be institutional investing coming in this bull market. We just didn't know the weight of it. Right. So 11 trillion was the target here well over a year ago. Then Bitcoin spot ETF started to become a really big thing. This is before BlackRock really got involved. BlackRock, of course, is going to bring the most. Since the ETFs have become a playing field, I think there's an outside chance that this bull market sees the crypto. This is going to sound nuts. I think the total crypto market cap could reach $20 trillion.
You're way more bullish than
I think that there's a chance that Bitcoin ends up getting itself somewhere between $5 to $7 trillion market cap. That would put us over the $300,000 mark. Now that's super bullish. There's a lot of things that could send that wrong, but what I'm saying is before the ETFs come in with major bullish news, 11 trillion was already there, and the expectation for that would be Bitcoin gets to about $3 trillion. Then we're talking about a $150,000 Bitcoin price.
Yeah.
Simple math here. A study found by Bank of America back in 2021 was talking about how easy it was to move the Bitcoin's price. For example, it would take $2 billion to move the price of gold by 1%. Do you know what the number is for how much money it would take to invest into Bitcoin to move Bitcoin by 1%?
Give it to me.
$93 million.
Wow.
So play with this for just a second. When you add up all of the institutions that are investing in ETFs, that are creating ETFs, I think it's going to be higher than this. But if only 1% of the money from all of these assets under management firms, if 1% of their investing goes into Bitcoin, that would give it a $173 billion put into crypto. Doesn't sound like a lot unless you do that math. Right there. 90 million moves us by 1%. That would be a 1,900% increase in the price of Bitcoin. That would put the price of Bitcoin over $650,000. That's not going to happen because people are going to sell. But when you think about the fact that it's probably going to be more than 1% of these assets under management that go in, there's probably going to be a lot of other people wanting to come in as well. The concept of a $300,000 Bitcoin, while it's too high for me to make a firm prediction right now, I'm still sticking with a more realistic zone of 200. It's mathematically not improbable for a $300,000 Bitcoin to happen.
That is, absolute agreements with you. Absolute agreements. And something else, like we were fighting that conversation out. BlackRock wants in. They want it at lower prices than it is right now. They're going to arbitrage it down. This is a quick reminder that our traditional banking system that's all backed by mortgage-backed securities and commercial real estate investments is already underwater by $2 trillion. They don't need more unrealized losses. I'm sorry if I screamed a little extra loud there.
I jumped a little bit.
Yeah. It's already got plenty of unrealized losses in the other side. That was loud. I got very loud.
No, it's fine. I'm laughing at Owen.
I love bullish Tim though. It's great.
He's got the long-term view.
He's put his hands up like this. Listen. Guys, people in the comments, come help me out. No, he's taking the mic back.
Here's the thing, people. Anyone who says that Tim is bearish, Tim is not bearish. Tim is realistic.
Yeah.
In a certain time frame, I'm bearish because this is how things work. But long term, I don't think there are many people more bullish than me. And in fact, when you really think about it, this is how bullish I am, that I look for the opportunities to say I think that a coin is going to have a massive dip now that I can buy really good levels because, again, all of my top predictions are staying kind of consistent. I think Cardano somewhere between $7 to $10. I think XRP somewhere closer to $15. I think Solana is going to get somewhere between $800 to $1,000. Bitcoin, again, I told you like 150 to 200, maybe 250. That's kind of my expectations. Here's the thing: if I buy right now at 35,000, that's still good returns if we hit 200,000.
Right.
But it'd be better if we.
But you've been here a few cycles and you've seen that compound when you get that good entry point.
And so it's one of those things people don't like when you predict lower prices. But first of all, they're realistic. That's very realistic in this timeline in markets to have these pre-bull market rallies that excite everybody, and then there's a massive sell-off. And I tell people, you can sit on the sideline and cry about this, that there's manipulation in space. That's what it is. There's manipulation in markets. Anytime wealth can be made, it's a guarantee that the elite will manipulate the price. So you can cry about it, or you can be aware that manipulation is in play. You can wait for those big dips. You can buy the blood in the street. You attach yourself to the whale like a sucker fish, and you get massive returns with them. Maybe you can't invest $1 billion into Bitcoin, but you could invest 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and that could turn into $100,000 down the road. So like that's my thing is that like I'm not bearish. I'm opportunistic.
Right. And I saw a message there. Chris is just saying, I mean, it's hard to imagine Solana at a $1,000 per token price point. But if Solana were to accomplish a $400 billion market cap and land within the top 5 at the peak of the next bull market, it's absolutely doable. That's like $400 billion market cap would make that coin around $1,000 a piece. You have to keep this in mind. We have been through some shit with the bear market. And yes, I do believe the bear market is behind us. I would vote that way. And we're riffing on the macro. We're looking longer. This is just a revisit on where we are on this track. This is CPI inflation from the 1970s. Compared to our current situation. So the red line is 2013 to 2030 or 2023, and the blue line is 66 to 82. Okay, so here's why I show this is because many pundits assume we're going to just follow this same path, but you have to look at how long this is stretched out for, and I would not be surprised if it did in general follow this same path. But guess what? The peak of our bull market in crypto, right here, baby. Right here. If we can keep going just right along with this bad boy.
Say it again, Drew.
Right there, baby. So this is what would happen is we would be experiencing new all-time highs in crypto while the Fed has capitulated back down to as low as it can possibly be for interest rates. You can grab some great real estate at low prices, and then they have to turn the heat back up to try and stop hyperinflation because then then they won't be able to go shopping anymore because they'll get their head beat in. So they will raise interest rates back up to that 1982 level. I just think that looking at this with the mindset that this is going to occur next year is a fallacy. Look at how spread out this is. We're right at about 75 here. This goes out to 78. Bull market for us, if we lay this over time frame wise, is going to land right here. So just an important note. I do think that this is a collapse up. I do think that this bull market is our last generational chance to change our existence and to own land. For God's sakes, buy land. You need to buy land within this next bull market. That should be the goal of everybody that, even if you already have land, get more land. Use your Bitcoin and your crypto in the next bull market pop to get land. I know there's going to be some insanely bullish narratives about infinity, or, you're going to see like face melting laser eyes visuals on Twitter and all that stuff. Get a house, please, for the love of God, because
In the metaverse?
Oh God, no, not in the metaverse.
Oh, real life. Oh.
Why does that make you sad?
Because I want a house.
Whoa.
You want a house?
Fancy
Then
boots
let's
in
do
chat.
it. Get a house.
Yo, DZ's in the
Get a
chat, I
house, man.
think.
You can do this.
What up, DZ?
You can do this. Okay. You know what I mean?
Do you need the mic? Here you go.
Yeah. so-
Did you ever see there was that video that went viral of that girl? I think it was on TikTok, but she was trying to tackle world problems. She's like, I just don't understand why there's all these homeless people.
Oh.
Just go buy a house.
Oh
And
God.
you won't be homeless.
Stop being poor.
Home is where the heart is. So really,
Oh.
Yeah, where's your heart? Just go get that house.
it's not easy. I'm not going to
Let
say
them
it's
eat
easy.
cake.
It's not easy, guys. I grew up in Boulder County right as it was consumed by Silicon Valley, from all the tech nerds coming over from California, flooding into Boulder County where I lived, and they 6 to 7x the cost of living in my local town. And I lived through all of that, and I learned that you can position yourself ahead of those growths. So, look at places like Austin are growing like that, Florida. Absolutely, you can make lots of money if you get positioned, and you get to live in it too. How good is that? You get to live in an investment that you can sell on later. They're not going to be making a bunch more land, and it's not like construction workers are growing on trees. Have you noticed that the average age of a construction worker is like 55? Is because no one new is inclined to go do the hard work. That's why there's a shortage of that capacity right now. Yes, they can automate different various portions of it, but that's years down the road.
They're
So
making land in Dubai.
they could land in
Have you
Dubai.
seen that in Dubai where they have those machines spitting up sand from the bottom of the ocean and like making islands out of it?
yeah, why don't we
No,
just build more land?
Well, they're dredging it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just build more land.
Speaking of dredging, the
mean-
Chinese have been dredging islands. What you got?
Is this a simulation?
No, it's real life. This is reality.
Minecraft.
Just go buy a house, Hannah. My
You think
gosh,
they
it's
can
not
make
that
more
hard.
land or
Jeez.
We can definitely make more land.
It's a simulation. They probably could.
Dude,
They
we
probably
should
could.
we should buy an island. That's what we should
Buy
do.
an island?
Buy an island.
I'm
Or,
down.
I need something. I need something with
Why
a
don't we
nice
just
like
take our
alligator in
land?
the front
What
yard.
is
Push
this?
it somewhere
Yeah.
else.
No FTX.
But I just wanted to show that graph because I really feel like this is going to be an amazing time where we're going to be able to hit new all-time highs. If you're in now and you're building good portfolios now, you let this thing cook into the middle of 2025, right as they decide to pay attention to the U.S. deficit again. Guess what? That is when the U.S. government has all collectively agreed to start paying attention to the deficit again, is mid-2025. Think about the confluence of these events. Not to mention FedWire rolls out in the middle of 2025. All of it is happening at the same time. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So, yes, it is very important to be paying attention to the good projects right now. It's time to build. Let's get this wrap up from the DeFi investor here. Always got great alpha on what's going on. Solana had announced its Fire Dancer validator client for Solana. Went live on the testnet, enabling it to process 1 million or more transactions per second. Arbitrum DAO is voting on a proposal for active ARB staking. This would allow holders would follow to be able to stake their tokens in exchange for ARB emissions. Celestia mainnet went live. This is the one I'm watching. I feel almost like demanded to buy it because it's I like the name Tia, but I'm looking into this more, see how much VC backing in it. I've seen crazier things work as far as tokenomics, so I'm not writing it off right out of the gates. Got to do more investigation. And then we have a Landslide Network being launched on its testnet for IBC Lite client on Avalanche. Arbitrum Orbit became ready for mainnet development. Vela Exchange with a major upgrade. Unibot token approval exploit, not well. That's not well. We'll see how that plays out. Now the Maestro. God. Pancake Swap. I saw Bobby. He got in on some Pancake Swap. Rolled out a position manager feature for liquidity providers. Starknet. Another one. This Starknet thing. Pay attention to this one. Johnny's been watching this one closely. It's going to be part of that roll-ups narrative. A big part of that. DYDX Foundation announced that all their gas fees are generated by the chain and will be distributed to the validators and stakers. And then the other one's Hyperliquid Level. I'm not really watching those two, but that's the big stuff. I like seeing Arbitrum, multiple Arbitrum updates. We got Vela decentralized trading. Love to see it making moves. And Solana's price. Let's see where it's at. Is it continue to fall? Well, it's right at 40
Someone
right
just
now.
said in the chat that Tia is on Coinbase. Is that true?
Well, maybe.
I'm searching.
You should check it.
I'm searching.
Look if it's there. I mean, that would be big. Where is its price at? Now I got to check.
Experimental asset.
Shut up. Shut up.
Is it?
Stop it.
What?
That quick?
Shout out Coinbase for
That
real.
was really fast. Dude, how did that happen so fast?
Oh, here's the mic.
I mean, they came out of the gates with a huge market cap. How did that happen so fast, Tim? Are they insiders?
I have no idea.
They got those ins.
They're just
I have
on
no
a game
idea.
right now.
How old is the coin itself? Because there's like not a lot of charts that have.
It's not old at all. I mean,
No,
the public chart of it's only like, what does this go back to? October 23rd?
Okay, yeah.
October 20.
Okay.
Yeah, Celestia.
That's very
And I know
good.
we've covered it a few times, but when you look at 100 different coins and are trying to pay attention to everything that everyone wants you to see, it all gets kind of mixy. So I don't want to say anything hard-sided about it yet. I believe there was something about a token unlock, if I can't remember. I think there was something I wanted to look into on token unlocks with Celestia. Might as well, let's see if it's on here. Token unlocks, live research. Why not? Here we go. Let's see if this works. Hate IMAX. So you guys, here it is. It's right here. Recently added. And I did like that it was already on token unlocks. I can't remember. So it's got an upcoming event in a year. That's the thing. This is the thing. I knew there was a thing. Okay. Okay. So this is the unlock supply all the way up till on October 30th of 2024. There is going to be a substantial token unlock for this thing. So, that might be a short term. God, that's a tough call, isn't it?
I can just say I don't love when it has explosive moves and it's that old.
Yeah.
And
It's
not
really
saying it doesn't
not
have a
that
long term. I don't
explosive.
say I'm not saying it doesn't have a long term thing ahead of it. I'm a conservative investor for sure.
Yeah.
If you put like a couple dollars into it, yeah, that's fun. But people that are investing a large portion of their portfolio into a new project, more often than I'm a probabilities person. That's the thing. Probability wise, not looking at a great, investment there. You want to wait to see the team develop more. You want to see kind of how things shake out, and you don't want to just invest emotionally.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So definitely going to be cautious about that one. It looks promising. It looks like it's got some good developers, but that token unlock kind of made me feel a little queasy seeing that big old cliff there. But I've seen worse tokenomics do good last cycle. So you got to keep that in mind. Like sometimes stupid shit just works. If it works and it's stupid, is it really stupid? That's the internet for you. So we have this from Walter Bloomberg. More of bankers just tapping out. Bunch of scaredy cats. Swiss regulators. Banks discuss measures to prevent more bank runs in Switzerland. Bank measures could include a staggering withdrawals and imposing exit fees. Bank measures will target top banks such as UBS. Now, remember, Tim, this is what I find so fascinating about this, is they're putting safeguards in place to ensure that people cannot rug pull the bank with their funds that the bank is supposedly holding, right? But UBS just was asked by the Swiss government to absorb Credit Suisse Bank. Do you remember that? A few months back. That's what I find fascinating about this, is that UBS is being controlled by the government directly and absorbing major integral and systemically important banks, but then also now having to do these further implementations to stop insolvencies within UBS.
You know what another term for bank regulations is, Drew?
What's that?
It's called theft.
Theft. Yes, that's a good one. I like that. Basically, banks are just thieves. I mean, that is true. I mean, they're just. We don't need them. We don't need the middlemen taking their little, percentage off of each transaction. We don't need any more of this garbage inflationary BS currency. I only keep fiat around if I know I'm spending it within the next few months. That's literally all I do with it. Otherwise, it's in investments because it just melts through your fingers. I've been around many engineers, many people that retired as affluent parts of society that built entire manufacturing facilities, highly degreed, and they are now back at work because their retirement fund is gone because of inflation and they can't stop working, and it's killing people. So it's our time to change that here in humanity. It looks like we're getting some good moves on the hodl waves. This is from Dylan Leclerc. Just citing, he's saying the hilarious thing is that 88% of Bitcoin supply hasn't moved in the last 3 months. Wall Street is going to have to really pump this thing to get holders to part with their coins. My God, I mean, the coins held over 10 years are starting to, I mean, look at this wave on coins older than 10 years, just getting thicker and thicker. Isn't that juicy conviction right there? Like, that's what you want to see, an asset being held for nearly the entirety of its lifespan in a stronger and stronger fashion as it goes parabolically north. And, there's been, this bear market's kind of been a mixed bag. We did see moments a few months ago where like people with less than one Bitcoin were at like these all-time high accumulation rates for just a few weeks. In general, though, institutions have been like wallets over 100,000 have been the ones that have been creating most of the action. So, I know that there's a lot of people that are in pain and can't afford the day-to-day, and it's kind of keeping them out of crypto, and the idea of it just doesn't make sense, and they're already dealing with all this BS in reality, and they don't even understand how this could be reality. Why do they have the time to look at this? It's been a mixed bag, but I did have a gleam of hope seeing wallets under one Bitcoin starting to accumulate more and more. And yes, the institutions are going to have a lot of upward price action to shake those old coins out of the pockets of the retail holders. This I found fascinating just for the current macro situation. Taiwan is working on a bill that will lead to the recognition of Bitcoin as legal tender, moving towards the same direction as El Salvador. Tim, thank you for joining us.
Bye,
yes,
Tim.
absolutely. We got
Bitcoin to the moon, he said on the way out.
And he was, it's jacked up. He comes
Try
here, he's
sharing an
bitter.
office with him,
bullish.
guys.
I can't believe he's bullish today, though. I asked him.
He's so bearish in the office. It makes me want to cry.
Well, he was very bullish, but he's got the long-term viewpoint, which I appreciate. Over the next few days, I do expect a good pullback. But that's exciting because I have projects that I want to get in on that hit list. But, seeing Taiwan inching towards this idea of Bitcoin being recognized as legal tender, Xi Jinping's going to be pissed. The Chinese president is not going to be chill with this. So Taiwan putting its thing out on the table and saying, yeah, this is going to be the direction we're moving, where we want Bitcoin as legal tender, not the digital yuan. That's going to get ugly. So interesting move to see from Taiwan. A little bit of dissent from the Xi Jinping. And I wish him the best. You know what I mean? It's I don't like China. I'm just going to admit it. I don't like the Communist Party of China. So, that's the way it goes. I get What? There's a guy's staffing recruiter. Okay. I used to be a recruiter. Well, it was like a headhunter. Are you a headhunter, Augustine? Yeah, I know. I did totally. Well, I saw the word recruiter.
Yeah, I was like, what? He said, I get.
I saw the word recruiter. I was a recruiter for like 10 years.
Crazy.
So, yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, and how many people are watching right now?
Oh,
how many likes do we have right now?
Smash the like.
Smash the
guys,
like.
if you hit the like button,
smash the like for us, man. I keep seeing 100 on Twitter and all over the place. I got to see what that thing is too. All these tokens, man. You know, it just keeps coming at you. Just like, I don't even know where to look. That's why don't get too spread out. That's one mistake I learned in previous cycles. Don't get too spread out. Don't have 100 coins that you forget about and then they pump and then you're not there to figure it out. Just on the, I should have brought this Swiss bank up to Tim while he was here, but definitely worth noting. Swiss SGKB Bank launches a Bitcoin and Ethereum custody service. So we have a pretty big bank within Switzerland moving towards crypto custody. What you got?
Nothing. I was just going to say I've been there where that picture is.
You have been here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's
this looks gorgeous.
Dang.
You know, Switzerland looks like Ure. Here, hold on. Ure.
That looks like where the Grinch lives.
I got married in Ure. This is where I got married. And it really, they call it the Switzerland of
it looks very similar.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let's go in here.
That looks like Moab, kind of.
Yeah, this place is beautiful, man.
Where is that?
This is in the, it's almost up by Durango kind of area, well off into the hills of Colorado, but got married in this town. Absolutely beautiful town. This really looks similar to, where is that chart? God. Oh, yeah, that looks very similar. That looks very similar.
So that town also, they don't allow cars.
They don't allow cars?
0 cars.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What do? You just walk around?
They have, like, all the public services have these little, like, electric vehicle things that are, like, really, really tiny one-person cars.
Yeah.
And then everybody else has bikes where they walk.
I mean, this is just gorgeous.
Cool
This
spot.
is the goal here,
It must
man.
be healthy then.
This is the goal.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You know?
Guys, if we get 100 likes, Owen will show his face on screen.
Well, no, the real goal is 500 likes, and then we will wax Nick's chest.
God.
That'd take a month.
Yes.
I will not be watching that stream.
Well, it's going to be one thick strip, and then just it's going to be.
Oh, God.
So, you know, I'm excited about it. We'll get there. We keep building on up. Nothing, you can't kill what's already been dead. Here we go. Mariah Carey search terms.
You were talking about this morning, weren't
This
you?
is what I'm talking about, Aaron.
You were going like this in the meeting. You're
The
like,
bull market for Christmas is right around the corner. You see that? That
Oh,
little
yeah,
boner?
baby.
See?
Half
It's
chub.
getting ready. It's getting ready.
Unthawing. Mariah Carey is unthawing.
Oh, what? I'm falling?
No, Mariah Carey is unthawing. Her
Oh,
ice
yes.
is melting. She's
Yes.
coming back out.
Oh, nice. Is that the new commercial she did? Is that a new commercial?
We'll
Is
have to
that
add
an
her.
old
I have
commercial?
no idea.
we'll have to add her to the titles for SEO, you know?
I love that song. I really love that song. And, you know, I'm a total nerd for Christmas, especially with how many kids I have. It helps to be involved with Christmas and care about it. So I'm a super big dork when it comes to Christmas. You can see this thing has a bull market every single year.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
nonstop. It's the gift that keeps on
Why in the
giving.
world are we doing TA on this? This is great.
You know what I mean?
Invest
Absolutely.
now.
It reaches new all-time highs. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's nice to see. I'm a musician, you know. I like good music.
Hey, if we're talking music.
I discovered a new accent last night, and I have to show it on the show. I know you're like, what crypto deep picks and stuff. Yeah, the bear market's over. It's time to start stacking, guys. Listen to this lady talk. Okay, hold on. This is a gal, I believe, from Toronto. Okay, and we're just gonna soak this in here. You guys ready for this? All right, I'm pressing play, Owen.
And what I don't like is if the business is true, that you left your moms in the hood, somebody go smoke that you. You don't leave your moms nowhere. You have money and you left your moms there? Yo, you're sick to my stomach, fam. But if it's not true, Shorty's just talking
bizarre.
shit. And
That's like a mix of like
she's from
UK
Canada.
drill and like
In like hood.
Yeah.
City girl.
Have you ever seen Trailer Park Boys?
Yes.
Did
Oh
Did the
my
accent
gosh.
change halfway
it
through? or am I
did.
tripping?
It did. It started to go like Manchester on us. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
You?
it had like
Leave
many
mama
levels.
behind?
It was very interesting, wasn't it? Like that accent was very, very.
I guess she's not
apparently
from
she doesn't
Toronto.
represent Toronto. Scotty,
Definitely
tell
not.
me if I'm different.
Say I?
Tell me if it's different out there, Scotty. Am I thinking wrong about this? But this looked like just a very confused Canadian with that thinks they're like in the hood, but then they're out in, you know, they're getting frozen. I can't understand it. My whole family is from Fargo, so I understand being cold and sounding like you're from Nova Scotia, I guess is what it was. But, you know, that just very much struck me as odd. I don't think I'll ever be visiting
Yeah,
Canada.
Ducey and Scotty. Is that
I'm
how
going
y'all
there
sound?
in February. I'm bleeding Canada in February.
Dude, my grandparents are the best. They're like the characters from South Park. They are just the most hardcore Canadian accents. So, just keep that in mind. I'm from Fargo. We're used to freezing to death and being in the wind all night. Fargo is like a place, you don't even need fences because no one's going to go outside because they'll just freeze to death. So there is some hope coming for the housing market, Hannah. I know you want a house. We have a little bit of a tap out coming from the mortgage rates here. Mortgage rates in the U.S. have finally fallen for the first time in 8 weeks. Per Bloomberg, they've fallen back into the 7% level. It's a little glimmer of hope. I know it's a good thing. And you're going to see more of this easing of, they had to do what they had to do to try to stop that initial bump of inflation just to save face right in front of the people. But then you pull it back because you're going to crush the banks. And then you turn it back on again because you're ready to basically crush everything. So that's kind of where we're at in the market. And right now, I think that this bull market that we're seeing right now is probably one of the last times in our generation that we'll have to get stupid returns within crypto. I think that what Tim's saying, God, if we get a Bitcoin spot ETF approved, we're going to hit 10 trill. I feel it.
Then we can all buy houses and land.
I mean, you can buy houses.
Hannah, you can get one then.
Even if it doesn't hit the you don't rely on the spot ETF though. If you even without the spot ETF, whoever is number 3 or 4 is still going to be a $300 or $400 billion market cap, which would make Solana $800 a coin, which would make Cardano $13 a coin. It would make Avalanche, $800 a coin. Like from right here, you can make those moves right here. So we're on the edge. It's coming soon. Our time of positioning into hyper aggressive upward action is closing. We only have, in my opinion, about 5 months of really, really juicy entry points before those gains are diminished. I hope Beyond Meat goes out of business. I saw this from Zero Hedge, and look at these Beyond sausages.
Whoa!
Okay, this is not sausage.
Whoa.
We're talking about being.
Whoa! Don't zoom in like that. Whoa!
That is not a sausage.
Talking about being cold. That's what it looks
Whoa.
like. Right
That
there.
is not a sausage. I hope that
Are those some
I hope
Tic
they're out of
Tacs?
here. It's just bothersome. You know what I mean?
Actually, that's above national average.
help
That's
but
actually
look.
people think that's more than enough to work with. That's above national average. That's
Is it
normal.
really? Okay.
Taking
I'll believe you
notes.
on that. Let's see here. What else do I got? I have this. Yes, keep this in mind, even if you disagree with people and where they think the markets are going or what kind of hat they have on, as long as they're not scammers or stealing money from you or being an absolute psychopath, you can still be friends with them. We can disagree and still be friends.
No way.
YouTube shut us off. What happened? Oh, no, that's not true. Don't say that. No, they didn't do that. They couldn't find me. This is something I'm going to be doing to my land. I discovered that I can buy $7,500 worth of 10-inch blocks and create a 60-foot wall with them. So I think I'm going to have to create a small little wall. I want to make a backstop and a nice little shooting range behind my house.
Yeah, that looks about right for it.
So
Then I'm coming over for sure.
yeah, man. I want an actual backstop. I don't want to just be shooting into dirt and
No, don't
blah
want to
blah
do that.
blah. I think I'm going to be getting one of these when I get. Oh god,
Is Ada pumping or something?
let's check the price. Let's check the
I
price.
keep
I wanted
seeing
it.
comments.
I wanted to calm down here. I'm looking for just a little bit. Oh my god!
Hey!
Oh my god!
Oh!
Lord, what is happening here?
Slay.
Lord,
I'm rich.
Lord, are we running out of time? Lord, hold on. See, this is the thing. It really held these two spots. Move my face out of the way. So this spot, absolute death spiral, held flat at 24. Right here, held flat at 24.
Come on, Ada, you can do it.
Holy shit, Aaron, you are heavily overexposed to Ada.
I am very exposed to Ada, yes.
Oh my god,
I've been around BJ too much.
dude, it's up by 9%.
Anyone else in the chat though, recently in the last few days, have your friends been reaching out and talking to you about crypto again?
Not
No.
yet.
No.
Not
I
yet.
am, and I'm like, where have you been? I've been fighting in the trenches all this time.
Really?
Not really fighting, but I'm like, yes, more time to buy.
Dude, Cardano's taking off.
Come on, Cardano.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna speak.
Why?
What do you guys think Bitcoin will be at Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving this year? I'd have to say
What's it at right now?
it's at, I think, let's look at the price. It was 34.5.
I think it's going to be in the 40s.
You think it's going to be in the 40s?
37.
Going bullish.
36 for me. I think we kissed that little 36.
I'm saying we hit that 42 spot.
Just a little.
Oh,
Just a
wow.
little.
Okay.
You said
Feeling-
42?
Yeah, I think that
That's my favorite number.
That what Tim was laying out, I think it's going to happen. I think he was laying it out a little bit ahead of time. I think we're going to have a little shelf right here, maybe a little downward action, and then that kind of pump up that Tim was talking about.
Maybe it's got to
to
cool off a little bit, you know?
It
It's gotta
does. That's what I'm
cool.
saying.
No.
We're hitting 36 because people are going to realize they need to start saving a little bit of money. Black Friday is coming. Christmas presents are coming. They're going to save a little bit of money. Less people are going to be buying in. Maybe some people are going to start selling because they want a little extra cash.
Okay.
36.
Okay. 36.
I'll say 35.
That's the thinking man's TA.
Dude, I'm so excited for Christmas.
If
Yeah,
you
me
bought
too.
last year, though, if you bought Thanksgiving last year, 16K, congratulations. You
Yeah.
doubled your money.
That was fun times.
It's
Yeah.
been a year.
I remember those times. This channel literally started, I think it was just about a year, like exactly a year ago.
I think so.
We were right before we fell from 20K down to
Yeah.
17 and 15. And yes, I remember those times.
Hello, Kelly.
Yes, old Thanksgiving. Kelly Kellum is fire. Much love to Kelly Kellum out in the chat. And you guys, thank you so much for joining us here and sharing our links, being a part of the blockchain basement community. It means the absolute world to
One
me.
more hour.
Another hour.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm running out of liquids here. My chicken wing's almost fixed. I'm almost able to start lifting weights again. What's that?
We need six more.
6 more likes.
Owen's
Come on.
awkwardly
Everybody hit the
demanding.
likes.
Awkwardly demanding
We'll
6
sit
more
here
likes.
and we will wait.
You can use your microphone, Owen. Look at you. Look
Okay,
at you.
fine.
I can't even
We
see
need
you.
6 more.
I think it's
Where did
muted.
you say that from? I couldn't see you.
We did check Ada. We saw that
No.
it was
No.
pumping a little
Yeah,
bit.
check Ada, 32 cents
pumperooski.
right now. God, that's really exciting though to see Ada waking up
Hannah,
like
is that
this.
sweatshirt new? I've never seen it before.
It is. Well, that's the
Is it
blockchain
new?
basement sweatshirt.
No. Hitmerch.com if
BB.
you
Yes.
guys want to
We
look
have
I can't
this
keep up
on
with all
Hit
the merch.
merch.
I need to get that for the gym.
Yeah, straight up hit merch.
That's a nice
Check it
sweatshirt.
out.
It's cozy. It's cold outside.
It's cold outside. Hey, check it out. Hit merch. We got the British HODL. You can get all of your gear here. We got the XRP swag. We got all the good stuff. But you guys are absolutely amazing.
Oh, we got it. Boom.
Oh,
Owen, show your face.
show your face.
Show your face, Owen.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Oh.
Hey. Oh, my legs.
Damn it, that was so quick.
Good
That all
gosh.
happened so fast. Appreciate it. Every
go.
single one of you, though. Make sure to share this with the crypto interwebs. What you pointing at me for? You gonna pick my finger? Oh,
Whoa!
you're touching his leg.
Whoa!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that was nicely placed.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
very
wearing
nicely
shorts.
placed. All right, we're heading out, you guys. I hope you have a fantastic night, and I will see you tomorrow morning with the OG crew. Take care.